Damn you, white balance. Are you working? Are you working? Are you working? Oh yeah, put those hands in the air, put those hands in the air. Why the fuck did I do that? Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is James Steiner. Welcome back to Hate Plus. It is Hate Plus, right? Yeah, it is Hate Plus. What the fuck am I thinking? Anyway, I've been recording this game now for just over an hour. I did cut some stuff out of a couple of the other episodes, a lot of stumbles that I was having because my voice was actually getting tired, and I was speaking faster than I was actually comprehending the words, so I ended up editing a few things out, and that type of shit happens. Anyway, let's continue reading documents. Bao Yu and the Mirror. Hyoseong Bok again. Again with all the swearing. Thanks for spoiling it. I knew that boy was cruel, but man, I didn't realize just how bad he was. What a fucker. So this happened last weekend. I went over to his family's place in the plaza at midday. The front area was all but empty. I think there may have been a customer or two that time, but only the sort who are actually there for food. I don't know why. The food is awful. Hey, I'm going into the back to see him, I said to Mimi's mother, who was behind the counter. Fuck off, the cranky old crone said. Oh, God. Sure thing, I said. I don't really bother arguing with her because who cares? At the end of the day, I've just still taken her son as a lover. Who is really good looking for a guy. I have to admit, this is like almost the definition of a pretty boy. No, this is the definition of a pretty boy. Anyway. Back to what I was saying. That's his phrasing, by the way, not mine. I would have just said I was banging him, but he told me, I like the sound of taking so-and-so as a lover. I want to be taken as a lover. Taken. That's the kind of possessiveness I like the sound of. I don't really get it, and also I don't really think anyone would believe that I'm the one doing the taking. Yeah, because he took you. I don't really think the idea of being taken is as romantic as he says. I have to agree there. Like I said, that type of dominant and submissive relationship, I'm not too keen on. I'm not into that. I'm more of an equality type of person, give and take. But then there are the relationships where you do have the dominant and then the submissive part of the relationship, and I don't care for that. That's just me. I'm not dissing on anyone who does like that. I know everyone has their own taste and has their own personal feelings on relationships, and I'm willing to entertain those ideas, but I personally would not partake of that type of relationship. You know what I mean? Sure, I'm taller and manlier and the noble, but he is a domineering little man in comparison to me. But if he says he likes something, then I'll do it. So he's been taken by me as a lover. Anyway, so I walked into the perfectly legal, friendly gambling room. Why are you emphasizing that? In the back. He wasn't playing, he was studying at the computer, which isn't really weird or anything, but he seemed to be studying together with some other man, which surprised me. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't jealous or anything. Well, fine, maybe a little. I mean, he does flirt with a lot of men and women, but I don't care about that, because he's trying to get money out of them, but I know I'm special. Or at least, hope that I'm special. Honestly, though, I was mostly just surprised at that point. The flirting with other men is only while playing cards, and studying together is our thing. I said hi to Mimi. He turns around to wave at me, and the other guy turns around, and look, this is important, I swear, he looks just like me. It's fucking uncanny, okay? Wow, weird. That's what I said. That was my reaction. Studying hard? I asked Mimi. Still classic literature. The one you said last week was so easy when you did it, he said, affecting a pout. It was cute, although I worried rightly that I had actually hurt his feelings. I've been really struggling, so I'm taking a break from gambling to dedicate myself to my studies. Who's the other guy? In retrospect, the idea of him taking a break from gambling should have been the giveaway, but I'm dumb apparently. He's been doing pretty well, though. I'm proud of him, his friend said. Want to take a break to go out for dinner? I offered. You're welcome to come too. I trailed off. Sorry, I don't think I caught your name. You two don't know each other already? I would have thought since you're both, Mimi said, surprised. Huh? Both what? I asked, confused. You're both from the Hyo family, he said. Really never met? Awkward! Oh, you're sweating again. No, I said, honestly surprised. I stared, trying to figure out if I'd seen him before, but I couldn't remember seeing him at any family gatherings. That didn't really mean a whole lot, though, because seriously, fuck you, family gatherings. I pay as little attention as I possibly can to them. I don't think I could name half my cousins, truthfully. Were you at the last family gathering? I wasn't, unfortunately. I was ill, he said. Fair enough. Bram Hyo-seung Book. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? My jaw dropped. Huh? Yeah, that's your... You have the same fucking name? Huh? Really? I'm Seung Book. What's your name? He repeated. It's also Seung Book, I stammered. Nice to meet you. Hyo-seung was a young officer who was having a complicated relationship with a boy named Mimi. Hyo-seung was his aunt. I don't really get it, but he kind of swore a lot. Okay, so that's Mimi. So that's Seung Book. Okay, I was wondering who... Okay. Anyway, boy, I can't do dinner out. Too poor. We could eat out in front, though, Mimi suggested, meaning his mother's restaurant, which is basically worse than dying. Well, thinking about it right now, maybe it's not actually shit food. Maybe she just has it out for me. Man, fuck. That's totally it, isn't it? Anyway, it didn't seem like a good idea. I'll cover it, don't worry about it, I insisted, for both of you. Let's just get out of here. Well, fine, Mimi shrugged. We went to the place across from his, which is decent enough. So are you also in security? I asked the other Seung Book. Yes, of course, he said. I'm the second lieutenant of Deck 10, actually. Yourself? I felt really humbled being way the fuck outranked by this guy. Just a lowly officer on the plaza, sir. Oh, there's no need to sir me, he smiled. Are you alright? You're staring. This is really weird? Is that the word you're looking for? As I also think it's really weird. Why do they look exactly the same? That is strange as fuck. Mimi laughed, prodding at me from under the table. I'm fine, just a little surprised is all, I lied. Honestly, it was kind of freaking me the fuck out. Yeah, we talked more even after we'd finished dinner, and frankly, I just got more and more alarmed by how much we had in common past the whole name thing. This is gonna get weird. This is gonna get really weird. I mean, the name thing was weird. Neither of the characters in mine are really common at all. And it turned out he even wrote them the same way as mine. What the fuck? You don't seem concerned. And he ordered the same food as me right before I did. And was the same age, which made me feel pretty shitty about my own accomplishments, let me tell you. Are they clones? Men or women? I asked. Uh-oh, women, he answered. Definitely women. Well, finally, there's a difference, I said exasperatedly. Ahem. Mimi cleared his throat conspicuously. Well, except for him. He's cute enough that anyone can make an exception for him. Really? The other Seung-book said, looking at him. Yeah, you don't seem concerned at all. I am very concerned. I was thinking that maybe studying together with Seung-book could be a regular thing, Mimi said, making flirty eyes. Not in my direction. I'd like to get through Dream of the Red Chamber together with him, at the very least, since he's read it. This is so weird. So have I stammered, awkwardly trying to fight for his attention because I am an idiot. Well, we've just gotten to chapter 20 together, where Bao Yu sleeps in front of the mirror, remember? Mimi smiled. Besides, don't you think it would be nice, me being together with Seung-book and Seung-book? I wouldn't have to take up so much of your time, so you could focus more on exams so you could get promoted. What the fuck? I just gaped in horror at his proposal, as if he could fucking suggest such an awful thing. I wanted to spend more time with him, not less, and it was just... Fuck! The thought that I was basically replaceable in his eyes? I'd been worried about that in our relationship, that I was just some interchangeable noble in his eyes, and this was just making that all worse. I really don't think, that's just kind of... I stammered something like that. I can't remember the exact wording. Mimi, I don't want to be replaced with some mirror version of me. That's... And then I stopped, mid-sentence. Do you think he's figured it out yet? The mirror Seung-book asked him, trying to stifle laughter. I can't keep this up anymore. I told you he hadn't read it, Mimi said, enthusiastically. Is that mute? Is that mute? You're fucking with me, I finally said. A little, Mimi said. Come on, Dream of the Red Chamber? You were supposed to have studied literature as part of becoming an officer, the mirror Seung-book said to me, suddenly switching to a lot less stilted voice. You don't remember the part where Bao Yu meets the other Bao Yu? The thing we spent the last hour reenacting? Oh, I thought it seemed unbelievable. Yes, it did. I was never really good with classical literature, I admitted. See? I'm right, aren't I? Mimi asked, looking at the Mirror book expectantly. Well, alright, fine, Mimi, he said, reaching into his purse and putting down money on the table. Like I said before, of course, it couldn't be true that Mimi was taking a break from gambling. Who's a giant fucking idiot? This guy. I cracked up before he figured it out. You win. I'm speechless. Then he said goodbye and left. Fucking hell, I can't believe you do that to me. I yelled at him, honestly upset. Mimi, you giant fucking cock! Mimi got up. He really swears so much. And came over to my side of the table, sitting next to me. Well, you're an idiot for believing it, he said, wrapping his arm around my shoulder. I was upset at him, but I have a hard time saying no to physical comfort from him, even when I think he's an asshole. Then he looked at me very suddenly and intensely and said, there's no such thing as mirror versions of someone. There's no such thing as someone out there who is like you, except more desirable. You're special to me, and I can't believe you're actually stupid enough to think that I could find any way to replace you at all. There's no such thing as someone who I'd love in the way I love you. Am I perfectly clear? Yeah, I croaked. I don't get the relation at all. I felt pretty humbled and touched. Still upset, but mostly touched. It was sweet in his own awful way. If you're not too mad at me, I'm going to kiss you now, and it's going to make me really happy because you're special and have a good taste and are someone I love, he said, leaning close. If that's all right with you. Yeah, it is, I reluctantly said. Cruel fucker. So where did you find the look-alike? Now that... No, I'm not even going to analyze it. No, that was really weird. That was really, really, really weird. Oh man, my voice is almost completely thrashed. I think I'll record one more. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this episode. That relationship is getting really weird. It's kind of disconcerting to say the least. At some moments it's sweet, other times it's kind of, I don't know, a little too... I don't know what term I'm looking for, I really don't. It's just a really weird dynamic, one that I've never been in, and one that I personally don't find appealing. But at the same time, it's fascinating to read something like this. I'm actually enjoying reading this story just as much as I did a hate story. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button, share, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!